And welcome to the Grant Center, folks, and welcome to Danville, Virginia, where we have USAC women's basketball competition between the Spirits of Salem and your Avery University Cougars. The Cougars come in 11-7 on the year, 7-3 in USAC play. Salem just 1-17, 1-9 in conference play, looking for their second win of the year, looking to gain some momentum. Nevertheless, my name is Eddie Glenn, joined here by Joshua Davis today, and I'm going to get the starting fives underway for each team as both teams get ready for the tip-off. First for Salem, starting us off would be number 5, Taylor Mabe, number 12, Tamara Blanton, number 21, Lauren Prevette, number 22, Michaela Burnett, and number 23, Aaliyah Webb. And now the starting five for your Avery University Cougars. Number 11, junior Raven Johnson. Number 12, senior point guard Alexis Rosia. Number 20, three-point shooter Kiera Smith. Number 21, freshman Cameron Lunsford. And 24, scoring machine Brooke Carthen. Cougars have a back-to-back. They play tomorrow, same exact time. They'll take on Mary Baldwin. Cougars looking to pick up back-to-back wins in both of those games. And Rosia will collect the jump ball, the tip-off, excuse me. And here we go. Cameron Lunsford worked her way into the starting lineup as a freshman, being very active on defense. Lunsford, 22 assists and 16 steals on the year. Averages about 4 points a game and 2 rebounds. Brooke Carthen, though, averaging 18 points a game and 7 rebounds. And then Alexis Rosia coming in. She's averaging 10, 4, and 4. Rosia, the senior point guard, didn't know if she'd come back for her last year, but in the end did. Decided she had unfinished business. And a three-point shot, good. Salem getting on the board early from downtown, Taylor Mabe. Mabe averages about 6 and 5 points and rebounds. See it, Lunsford over to Smith, wide open for three. No good. Rebound by Carthen. Shot no good. Johnson going to the ground for that rebound, but called on the travel. Raven Johnson, one of the better rebounders in the USAC. She averages about 9 rebounds a game, really. If we run a round up, it's 9.6, so 10 rebounds a game, really, and 7.5 points. Raven Johnson really prides herself on cleaning the boards. As she lost one there. Three-pointer from Salem. No good. Another offensive rebound. Aaliyah Webb challenging Johnson on the boards. Pull-up jumper off the glass and in. And that was Michaela Burnett. Ball to Johnson. Johnson trying to find Carthen, but turned the ball over. Raven Johnson's got to get her head in this game. Burnett with the ball. And that's going to be a traveling violation called on Blanton. Amani Ajayi coming in for Raven Johnson. Johnson may need to reset. She didn't look like herself in the opening moments of this game. Not really rebounding too well and getting a turnover early, but nevertheless, Kiera Smith on the other end getting Averett on the board. 5-2 Salem out in front. Salem not very deep as Lunsford called on that foul. Salem with only 5 bench players, so they've got enough for 2 rotations. Blanton's first shot is good. And here we go, Rosia the other way. Finding Lunsford. Lunsford wrapping around. She's going to get it out to Smith. Smith back to Lunsford. Lunsford setting up a play here. That bounce pass goes wayward into the hands of a Salem Spirit basketball player. And the Spirit's playing great basketball right now with a 5-point lead and the ball. They can capitalize right here. That would be big. Traveling violation called. The chance to extend it to a 3-possession basketball game. Thwarted by the Averett defense. And the Cougars need a bucket right here. They've only scored once all game. Lunsford really wanted that 3-pointer, but Smith is wide open in the corner. And if you're Salem, you cannot let Kiera Smith take those open 3-pointers. But again, a 5-point game. What in the world? Salem getting a little confident. And that was Taylor Mabe. Taylor Mabe thinking she came up with the steal, but a foul called instead. And Zanice Chambers will check in for Kiera Smith. Carthen with it. She drives baseline, off the glass and in. Carthen on the board for her first 2 points. Great hands from Rosia. And Samantha Texan will check in for the freshman. Texan has scored in double figures in each of her last 2 games. Another shot made from Salem. Ball to Ajay in the corner over to Chambers. Chambers, and they'll go back to the top of the key with Rosia. Ball over to Carthen. Shot no good. Rebounded by Ajay and put back up. That's a really strong, really great rebound from the senior. Blanton with it. She drives, leans that shoulder in, and puts it in the cup. Ball to Ajay. Ajay not able to finish off the layup on the other end. That's going to be a traveling violation called. Aaliyah Webb. Ajay probably just too happy. Too good to be true. 11-6. Still a 5-point lead here for the Spirits. And another steal for Salem. Aaliyah Webb will be fouled. And Brooke Carthen will pick up her first foul of the game. A shot good from Webb. Raven Johnson checking back in, as well as Caitlin Reed. Interesting to note, over 5 minutes so far into this game, and Salem has yet to make a substitution. Starters still on the court. And here's Rosia trying to get this Averett offense started. And Rosia tucking the ball to her chest. And Off the glass, 2 bounces on the rim and into the net. A nice cross from Blanton there. And here's Denise Chambers the other way. Kaylin Reed. And another steal from Salem. And Webb posting up Raven Johnson and getting the points to go. Looks like Kiera Smith is back at the scorer's table to check in. Raven Johnson driving baseline, and she's fouled on the shot. The Cougars desperately need Kiera Smith to come in and get some consistency going on both ends of the court, honestly. Not playing well offensively or defensively. And so Kiera Smith does check back in. And Shanice Moss checking in, the freshman for Salem. Johnson's free throw is good. So let's see if Kiera Smith can help this team out. Get some stops and get some points on the board. Webb with it. Working against Carthen. Mabe is outside. Posting up Reed. And her shot is no good. And the Cougars get the ball. Kiera Smith comes up with it. She's going the other way. Free throw range pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded by Carthen. And a charge is going to be called on Brooke Carthen. And Ajayi will check in for Carthen. Carthen visibly upset after picking up her second foul. Taylor Mabe outside. Working against the freshman. High runner, no good. Rebounded by Raven Johnson. Snatched it out of the air, did Johnson. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia pump fake. Drives baseline, finds Reed in the corner. Three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Amani Ajayi. Shot put up and good. And now the Cougars have cut it to just a 3-point game. Amani Ajayi, that is a big-time rebound. Going up strong. Here's Mabe with the nice pass. No good, though. Raven Johnson picking up another rebound. She was able to find Prevette. Ball to Johnson. Johnson to Reed. Reed to Rosia. Nobody's covering her. 4-3. No good. A 1-on-4 fast break, so Shanice Moss is going to slow it down. And Raven Johnson picking up the steal here. And not able to get the ball, get the shot she wanted. Timeout called, 30-second timeout, 15-12. Salem leads it here in the first quarter. 15-12. Salem leads it by 3. See if the Cougars can get something going out of the timeout break. 1:23 left in the first quarter. And Blanton dancing with the ball. Long two. No good. Raven Johnson pulls down the rebound. Let's see, over to Reed. Reed wanted a jive, but great defense. Smith over to Johnson. Johnson gives the ball off to Reed. Another steal by Salem. And that's Averett able to pick up the steal off of the Salem steal and get points on the board. So a 1-point game now. 11 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And that shot from Sydney Bowen just misses the mark. So the Cougars get 22.2 to finish out the first quarter. So here's Rosia. The Cougars probably want to dribble out and try and get the last shot here. Ball to Lunsford. Her shot goes, and she's going to step to the free throw line. Lunsford able to squeak through the defense there and find a spot in the paint. Shot good from Lunsford. 5 seconds on the clock. Blanton going against Lunsford. 1 second on the clock. I don't think she realized how much time was left. Nevertheless, the Cougars in the first quarter up by 2, 17-15. We'll take a break and be right back here on the Averett Sports Network. Two-point game and the Cougars lead it. That is not the story of the first quarter. The first quarter predominantly was owned by Salem. And Lunsford defending well outside. Raven Johnson able to get the rebound, and the smart play did not grab that ball again. Majai not able to get her shot to go. Shot from Mabe, no good. Ajay to Lunsford, ball stolen. Shot no good, rebounded by Ajay. And here's Lunsford the other way. Kiera Smith outside with the ball over to Ajay. She gives it off to Lunsford. Lunsford goes down low to Raven Johnson. Posting up, spinning, shot no good. Kiera Smith does come up with the ball eventually, and the Cougars get a new shot clock. And Chambers outside. No good. And Garrett Smith called on the push. Blanton for three. No good. Lunsford on the rebound. Lunsford finding Chambers. Shot no good, but she was fouled.
Number 5, Salem, Taylor Hayes, second foul. Denise Chambers to the line with 2 shots for Cougars. Texan checking back in for the Cougars. Denise Moss back in for Salem.
So 18-15, the Cougars lead it. Jump ball call, possession will go to Averett.
Jump ball, possession to the Cougars.
Genesis Weeders in the game, Texan in the game, Ajay, Lunsford, and Chambers. Chambers looking for some help, finds it in Ajay. Ajay goes to Lunsford. Lunsford trying to find Weeders, pass too high. Possession does stay with Averett. Came off of a Salem Spirits hand. A good pass from Chambers, but a better block there from Prevette. Chambers was open for a while for that three-pointer, but Texan will take it anyway. No good. Rebound eventually by Ajay, excuse me. Texan finally gets her shot to go. And the Cougars trying to build on their lead now. Salem working the ball around, trying to get some more offensive consistency. The long two there from Blanton. And Lunsford's shot just off the mark, just to the right of where it needed to be. And Lunsford's going to be caught on that hold. Blanton outside with the ball again. Moss losing her dribble. Ball is out of bounds. And they're going to say possession actually stays with Salem somehow, some way. And ball off the glass and in from Michaela Burnett. And Rosia's shot no good. Ajay snatching that rebound down over to Chambers with a lot of range on it, and it's good. Denise Chambers shooting that one from downtown Danville. And great rebound from Webb. Another great offensive board. And Leah Webb has been killing the offensive glass.
Number 23 of Averett, Jess Twiggles, her first foul. Leah Webb at the line, shooting 2. With Carlton coming back in for him.
Carthen back in after picking up those 2 fouls early. Ball to Chambers. And Jai lined up her shot, sent it off, but Carthen able to finish it on the other side. Back to a 5-point lead for the Cougars. Three-point shot from Blanton is good. Blanton, the team's leading scorer, averages about 15 points a game. Ball to Rosia. Rosia trying to drive baseline. And does, but finds Chambers. Wanted the three-pointer, didn't take it. Found Rosia. There's going to be a 3-second violation called on the offense. And Texan and Johnson checking back in for the Cougars. Blanton, her runner is good. Off the glass and in. And a steal by Salem. Just a 1-point game. Can they take the lead? Blanton for 3. No good. Texan on the rebound. Ball to Johnson down low. Johnson to Texan. Texan over to Rosia. Rosia for 3. Good. Alexis Rosia, so deadly if you leave her wide open. Does a really good job of capitalizing on open shots. Definitely a pass first type player, but if you're going to leave her open, she's going to say, why not? Blanton, another long 2. No good. Foul called on Samantha Texan.
Foul is called on number 13, Samantha Texan.
Ajayi and Smith checking back in for the Cougars. That's a good shot from Burnett. Rosia absolutely ran through a screen. And able to find Raven Johnson streaking. Cougars with a 4-point lead here. Blanton defended by Smith. That's a great block by Kiera Smith. Prevet's shot sails over the rim. And ball stays with Salem. Kaylin Reed checks in for Brooke Carthen. 2:48 left in the second quarter. And Prevet's shot again, no good. 4-point lead for the Cougars. Just over 2.5 minutes to go. Ball down low to Raven Johnson. And gets a bad roll off the rim. And that shot is no good from Burnett. Great defense from Kiara Smith to get a hand in her face. Ball to Reed. Reed over to Rosia. Rosia, nice pump fake. Drives baseline. Finds Smith. Smith for three. And no good. Just off the front of the rim. Ball stays with Averett. Back in comes Aaliyah Webb, the senior out of Lynchburg, Virginia. A mishandled pass goes back to Salem. Under 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter. This is Moss with it. Defended by Reed. Jump ball called. Possession stays with Salem. Burnett over to Blanton in the corner for three. No good. Ajay gets the rebound. Gives it off to Rosia. Rosia finds Smith. Smith drives baseline. Pull-up jumper. Good. And she's fouled on the shot. And that's a tough bucket from Kiara Smith. And she is fouled on the shot. Smith just a junior, so she's got one more year to go with us. A Danville native, went to George Washington High School. Burnett's shot no good. Possession goes to Averett as it was knocked out by a Salem player. Smith with it again. Ball to Raven Johnson. Shot good. Under a minute to go in the first half. Blanton's shot off the screen. No good. Rebound by Rosia. Ball to Smith. Smith for three. No good. Foul called on Raven Johnson. First shot good from Burnett. Prevette checking back in for Salem, as well as Wieters for your Cougars. And an offensive board grabbed off of the missed free throw. If you're the Cougars, you cannot allow that to happen. Moss with it, trying to get it to Prevette. 25 seconds on the clock, and Kiara Smith will slow it down. Ball to Rosia. Rosia, 5 seconds on the clock. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Ajay, and she's fouled on the shot. 4.2 left.
Foul's called number 24, Salem, Brandon Cherry for his second foul. That'll send Amani Jai to the line for 2 shots.
First shot no good from Ajay. Second shot good from Amani Ajay, 36-27. So we end the half, a 9-point lead by your Averett Cougars. We're going to take a small break, and we'll be back with some stats at halftime. And we are back. The Cougars lead it by 9, 36-27. The Cougars able to battle back from that terrible first quarter of basketball and starting off the third quarter with a turnover there. Nevertheless, the Cougars committed a lot of turnovers in that first half and finally picked it up towards the end. But Josh Davis, what did you see out there in the first half from this Averett basketball team?
Yeah, Eddie, just a lot of turnovers, 11 in total. It's a lot for a first half. Cougars need to work on a strategy not to turn the ball over so much. Definitely keeping Salem off the boards.
And definitely, and I think Raven Johnson is going to have to step it up. The Cougars out-rebounded Salem 30-19, but at times it felt really bad as Cameron Lunsford hits a really clutch corner three-pointer. At times it felt really bad as Salem would get 2 or 3 offensive rebounds in a possession. Moving screen called.
Cougars coming out with a lot of energy second half.
And the one thing the Cougars have to avoid is Brooke Carthen fouling. I think she only has 2 fouls, but if Carthen fouls out, that'll be a big hit to this Cougar team. Again, she averages close to 20 points a game as she gets a bucket right there. Salem has yet to see the bottom of the net. Great defense from Cameron Lunsford. And Burnett gets the shot to go. Burnett played well defensively in the first half. Had a total of 3 steals. Rosia in the corner for 3, and it's good. And the Cougars taking this third quarter and building on that lead. A nice steal, and can Rosia finish? She does. Timeout called, 46-29, 8:06 left in the third quarter. (46-29). The Cougars in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter played fantastic. Shot no good from Prevette. And Lunsford able to come up with the ball. And here they go on offense. Ball over to Rosia in the corner. Rosia, nice pump fake, finds Lunsford outside for 3. Good! The Cougars' third three-pointer so far in the second half. They are 3 for 3 from downtown.
And how about Rosia? Such a dangerous player. Able to penetrate, able to dish the ball, shoot the ball. She's dangerous all around.
And absolutely. And Salem was caught in a situation where they had to guard Rosia and Lunsford. Both were wide open on the three-point line. And a nice save from Raven Johnson there. And you know what, Josh? With Lunsford and Rosia playing so well offensively, I forgot Carthen was on the court. And here's Kiera Smith throwing one down. 4 for 3.
Averett has really got the ball rolling second half.
And the problem, if you're Salem, the problem with this is Brooke Carthen hasn't even started to make shots yet.
Absolutely.
And she is the offensive core for this Averett basketball team. Prevette gets her shot to go and she's fouled. But if you're Salem, you cannot let Averett get hot from downtown and then go to Carthen. This is not looking good. 52-31, 21-point lead. Cougars went down by 5 or 6 early in the first quarter, but ever since then, ever since they took the lead, they have not given it back. Ball to Texan. Texan over to Smith. Smith finds Rosia. Rosia down low to Carthen. Carthen double team. Looked like she was fouled, but no call on the play. Burnett waving players off. Ball to Mabe. We know she likes that three-point shot. Prevette finds Burnett. Ball back over to Mabe. Spinning, driving, and she's fouled on the shot. Kiera Smith picks up her third foul of the game.
Fouls come on 20, Karen Smith for second.
First shot good for Mabe. Zenise Chambers into the game for Rosia.
Denise Chambers into the game for Averett. Taylor May with the line for Smith.
Second shot good, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Chambers down low to Carthen. Carthen driving, leaning in, gets her own rebound, shot no good, and Johnson gets her shot to go. Johnson's such a good rebounder. Got out to a slow start earlier in this game, but has picked it up ever since. Shot from Burnett off the back iron. Second shot does the same. Ball over to Smith. On to Texan. Texan finds Johnson. Johnson over to Chambers. Chambers thought about it. That's a good drive from Raven. Johnson gets her own rebound. Second shot doesn't go. And Burnett gentle off the glass. Carthen with her back to the basket. And the Cougars kind of in a funk offensively here. Euro step from Moss, shot no good. And Raven Johnson will be called on the foul.
I think it's very important when we're looking at bigs down low. You can see the frustration of Carthen. You could really see the frustration of Johnson. I think it's very, very important that they just come down with the ball and just really just think about their shots before putting it back up.
Absolutely, and I think Carthen takes that shooter-shoot mentality. She sees ball, she sees the bucket, and she's got to immediately throw it up there.
Absolutely.
But, you know, Carthen's a high-volume shooter, kind of like a James Harden. Won't wow you with percentages, but
absolutely,
she's going to get her buckets at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
54-37, and the Salem coaches are getting into it, trying to get behind their team. Looks like Salem's going to go with a man-to-man defense here. Ball over to Ajay. A nice find at Chambers.
Door.
And Weeder's coming up with the rebound, gets it off to Texan. And that's a good offensive possession. And here's Burnett now. Ball down low to Prevette.
What a block.
Ball will stay with Salem after the block from Weeders. Ball in to Blanton. Long two-pointer, no good. And Josh, I know you used to play basketball, and I know every basketball coach will tell you that long two-pointer is the worst shot to take. Just take a step back and grab you a three-pointer, or take a couple steps in and get to the hole. Don't stand there and take a long two-pointer. So 56-37, and Ajay not able to finish it off. And here we go at Blanton the other way. 2-on-1 fast break. And Blanton dribbles it out. Great defense by the Cougars. Way to get back. Over to Burnett. Burnett shoots her shot right into the hands of Wieters. On to Wieters. Wieters over to Reed. Reed over to Texan, and Texan moving before she catches the ball. And back on comes Woods. Prevette with the ball. Free throw range jumper. Didn't look good coming out of her hands, and it didn't make it into the net. Texan over to Chambers. Chambers temporarily loses control but gets it back. Kickball violation. .240 left in the third quarter. Raina Davis Robinson coming into the game. Reed. Reed finds Texan. Texan pulls up. No good. Rebounded by Blanton. Going over to Burnett. Burnett. Free throw range jumper again. Nothing going, but Moss able to get the rebound and find her way to the bucket. Nothing going. Jump ball called. Possession stays with Salem. Ball into Brevette, catches it high, holds it high, shoots it high, and puts it in. .56-39 as we move under 2 minutes to go. And a pass from Raina Davis Robinson to Chambers was amazing, and Chambers trying a great pass of her own. And I don't think Ajay was ready for that pass on the other side of the defender.
And that's the thing about Averett. They'll surprise you.
Very unselfish players. You don't find too many teams with as many unselfish players as Averett. Almost, the problem with Averett a lot of times is they pass too much almost sometimes and pass up on open shots. But, these girls sit at 11-7, 7-3 in a USAC. They're getting it done.
They've actually moved the ball exceptionally well in the second half.
Moss trying to find her way to the bucket. Raina Davis Robinson picking up a foul. So inbound for Salem into Prevette. Prevette will drive against Ajay. Three-pointer from Blanton. Lunsford with it over to Davis Robinson. Back to Chambers with it. Down low to Ajay. And Ajay doing a good job of finding the hoop. Under 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And Blanton getting her runner to go. And the Cougars staying with it. Lunsford outside for three. No good. .30 seconds to go in the third quarter. to go Reed with it. Traveling violation called on Caitlin Reed. 14.4 to go. And Salem can actually draw up a pretty good play to get them a bucket before the third quarter ends. Burnett over to Blanton. Blanton with 5 seconds. Shot, no good. But Woods grabs the rebound and is fouled by Caitlin Reed. Was 1.1 second on the clock. Her first free throw goes in. Second shot in. And so Woods actually almost came up with a steal there, but nevertheless the Cougars lead it by 12, 58-46. Let's see what they can do in the fourth quarter.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
Last 10 minutes of action here. And Raven Johnson beginning the fourth quarter like she did with the third, a turnover. And Woods with a tough bucket. Or Moss, I'm sorry.
Salem able to battle back from a 21-point deficit, cutting it down to 10. What a reverse layup.
And you're right, they found themselves down by 21. The Cougars hit 4 of 4 three-pointers early in that third quarter. They hit 3 in the first 2 minutes. And Salem didn't get out of control. They kept their heads about them and stayed in it and cut that deficit down by 10 points. And with some good basketball, they can come back. And a traveling violation called on Blanton. And so Rosia will check in for Davis Robinson. And Josh, you got to think about the 6 or 5 minute mark. You're going to see Carthen come into the game for the remainder of the game as Ajay gets that bucket to go.
She's dangerous. She's a very dangerous player. I feel Salem just needs to keep their head, keep cool, because when Carthen comes in, she's going to be a problem.
Yes, she is. And one thing I see with Salem is Blanton is a very talented basketball player. Raven Johnson getting fouled on the shot, but Blanton sometimes just throwing up wild shots at times, and just stay calm and find the shot, find the extra pass to get it to an open player, and you'll get your points. Nevertheless, Raven Johnson at the free throw line. Cougars up 12. She gets her first free throw to fall as Mabe checks in and Blanton checks out. Second free throw, no good, but Ajayi had the offensive board off of the free throw. And just didn't get the roll she needed off the layup. So here we go with Burnett. Jump ball called. Possession will stay with Salem.
Great hustle by both teams.
And Carthen checks in for Amani Ajayi. Ball into Prevette. Her shot no good, but rebounded by Mabe. Ball back to Prevette. And Raven Johnson getting her hand on that ball. Brooke Carthen coming up with it and gets it over to Rosia. And here goes Averett on offense. Rosia finding Carthen. Carthen, nice jab step to create some space for herself. Leans in and gets the and one. And Carthen, a lot of ways, plays like James Harden, able to lean into players on the shot. And it's really a skill almost to lean in just enough to draw the foul, but not enough for it to be an offensive foul.
Absolutely.
And talented enough to get her shot to go while doing it all.
Absolutely.
Second free throw, not good. 15-point lead for the Cougars, and Mabe shoots her shot. No good, but it's going to be rebounded by Salem. Grabbed up by Bowen. Burnett defended by Lunsford. Her shot good. And here goes Rosia. Smith over to Lunsford. Lunsford. And Lunsford loses her dribble, and Salem comes up with the ball. And here's Burnett the other way. Here we go with Smith. She finds Lunsford. Lunsford takes a step in and drains her shot. Timeout called by Averett. 30-second timeout. 67-52, 6:44 left in the ballgame. And we're back in 67-52. Your Cougars lead it. Burnett on top of the ball, running the point guard position. Bowen with it. Over to Mabe. Her shot is good. Ball to Carthen. And Carthen loses her dribble. And the Spirits come up with it. And Lunsford able to get a steal. Playing defense by herself on the other end.
Foul's called number 5, Salem Taylor May, third foul. Cameron Lunsford will head to the line. Cougar, 2 shots.
Shot good from Lunsford.
Courtney Hunt checking in for the Cougars.
Courtney Hunt checking in, number 14. Checking in for Kiera Smith. Moss in for the Spirits. Lunsford did a great job after Salem came up with the ball to stay active on defense. And that runner is no good from Moss. Here we go with Lunsford. 3-on-2 fast break. Ball to Carthen. Shot no good. Tried to get her on rebound, but couldn't. And Lunsford almost coming up with another steal.
Great display of defense in the past 2 possessions.
Lunsford keeping her hands very active. Mabe outside, defended by Hunt. Ball over to Moss. And her shot is good, high off the glass. Rosia getting fouled. And into the game will come Parmalee. Parmalee, the sophomore, coming in for Raven Johnson. And they go down low to Parmalee. Parmalee turnaround shot, no good. Brianna Cherry picking up a foul there. So Carthen will get 2 shots as Averett is in the bonus. And one thing to note, Averett with 0 fouls so far. 0 team fouls.
Leah Webb coming in from Salem. Mary Blanton also in from Salem.
Second shot good from Carthen. And here's Moss working against Carthen. Looking for help. Carthen coming up with the steal. And Carthen was fouled by Cherry. So Carthen will step to the line one more time. 4:49 left in the fourth quarter.
Carthen heading back to the stripe for the Cougars.
Carthen's shot is good. Second shot good from Carthen as well. Shot good from Burnett. Ball to Carthen. Carthen shot no good. Gets her on rebound and shot is good. And I think Parmalee is going to be called on the foul. We're going to take a break as Burnett is attended to. And that was Burnett, the injured player on the court. She was able to get up and walk off under her own pressure. Bowen will take the free throws. First one is good. Second shot good from Bowen. Ball into Lunsford. Another steal by Salem. Here goes Moss. Her shot no good, but she gets her own rebound. Courtney Hunt almost coming up with a steal there. Ball in the corner to Mabe. Shot no good, and Lunsford's with it. 75-60, 15-point game. And Parmalee called on the foul, but it looked like Webb took a shot at her. Aaliyah Webb. Nevertheless, ball goes the other way. Parmalee picks up another foul. And it's going to be her third foul. Weeders checking in for Parmalee as she picked up her third foul. Aaliyah Webb, the senior guard. At the line, second shot is good. Ball to Rosia, and here goes Rosia. Ball to Carthen. Sharice Moss picking up her third foul. That was actually Moss's second foul, but Carthen making the first shot. Second shot good for Carthen. Blanton driving against Rosia. And she loses her dribble, and Averett will get the ball. And Carthen getting down the court. Rosia, nice pump fake. Couldn't find what she wanted on the dribble drive. And Anaya Royal taking a three-pointer and is fouled. First free throw good for Royal. Royal, the freshman. Royal coming up with the steal. Royal for three now. No good. Brianna Cherry back in. Averett keeps possession. 80-62 is the score. 2.5 left exactly. Ball into Parmalee. Parmalee over to Rosia. Rosia over to Royal. Royal finds Davis Robinson. No good, but Royal comes up with the rebound. Ball to Parmalee. Parmalee. Her shot is good off the glass.
Royal coming in off the bench, a very active part of the offense.
And here's Courtney Hunt picking up a steal. And she gets her shot to go.
Huge energy spark for Averett University.
And another steal by the freshman pairing. The freshman pair of Courtney Hunt and Anaya Royal have come in and played absolutely well. In a couple steals, a few buckets, some rebounds. And this is the future of Averett basketball. A foul called on Alexis Rosia. But people like Royal, Davis Robinson, Hunt, Lunsford, and Wieters are all the future of Averett basketball. To see them coming in and playing so well
Absolutely.
as freshmen is very exciting.
Absolutely.
Bowen with it. And a timeout called, 84-62, 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. So Salem keeps possession. And a three-point shot put up there from Salem. That was from Caitlin Burns. Second shot no good from the Spirits. Ball to Parmalee. Parmalee over to Davis Robinson. Robinson for three. And just off the mark, the Cougars keep the ball. Three from Robinson. And Hunt finally gets a shot to go for this Averett team after two back-to-back misses. 46 on the game clock.
It's a fantastic save from Rosia.
46 even on the clock. 86-62. Ball over to Burns. Burns working against Courtney Hunt. Couldn't get her shot to go. Rosia comes up with the rebound. And the Cougars will most likely just dribble this ball out. And it looks like Rosia's fouled on the play. I think Burns got a little aggressive there. Burns, the freshman forward out of Shelby, North Carolina. First free throw, no good from Rosia. Rosia, not a good trip to the free throw line. Here's Blanton with 10 seconds to go. And they go down low and shot no good. So this game will end 86-62. The Cougars did very well. We ask that you join us at Chipotle for a fundraiser to support Averett's SGA. Just come into the Chipotle on 450 Mall Drive Suite 130 in Danville on Tuesday, January 22nd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you got till 9 o'clock today. Bring in a flyer and show it on your bring in the flyer, show it on your smartphone, or tell the cashier you're supporting the cause to make sure that 33% of the proceeds will be donated to Averett's SGA. So go into Chipotle over by the mall. You got till 9 o'clock. Let them know you're supporting Averett, and 33% of the proceeds will go to our Student Government Association. This game ended 86-62. Carthan had a good game. Good play off the bench from Royal Hunt. Lunsford had a good game. Rosia had a good game. A good team game all around. We thank you for joining us. Join us here tomorrow, the same time. Averett women's basketball against Mary Baldwin. Have a good night.